What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, the showcases in a couple of days. The Summer Games Fest is the day before, right? It's Saturday, I think, or Friday. I don't know. Whatever. That'll be whatever. We'll look at that and be like, hey, maybe there'll be something coming out of that that's halfway decent. Who knows? But the scuttlebutt has started. And the rumors. I heard Spawn Wave talk about it. I heard, who else talked about it? Was it Chaos Lounge? No, I don't think it was Chaos Lounge. But anyway, all these people talking about it. All these people, just the two. It was more than two, but I'm just saying, I don't know. So, it was maybe, who was it? It was definitely, doesn't matter. Anyway, rumors is that Xbox is going to show their handheld, the little baby handheld, whatever it's called, the Xbox H Series H. That's the, I don't know about the names, man. I don't know about the name. I don't know, but whatever. The point is, I said it in the last video. When I went through, I yelled and screamed and said, yo, why would they have Surface, you know what I'm saying? Why would Surface be working on it, blah, 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 blah. And I think it's a good thing because it seems like a good idea. I would think that the only thing that's kind of making it not a good idea or maybe not, or I don't know, kind of possibly making it something that's like, is if they kind of copy what the Rogue Ally kind of is, where it's a Windows PC but with a Xbox OS. And I know I was kind of saying that, but I think if they do that, there might be some issues, maybe. So I'm conflicted about them doing it as a PC that's just running Xbox OS, if that makes sense. But at the same time, it might work because of the smaller, lighter OS. I think that's what they had referred it to, for handhelds, basically. And they were, I think, initially going to do it for the Rogue Ally and the other handhelds, but now that they're doing their own, supposedly, that's what it would be for. So, I don't know. There's the iffy and the iffy for all those things. But let's just put all that stuff aside, right? Because that's not what it's about. It's really about Xbox making something that the casuals, the normies would get and have no problem getting. And it's kind of a supplemental type of device, right? So it's like, oh yeah, you could get the home and you get this. A lot of gamers have families. A lot of gamers, they bought a Switch for Mario and all that stuff for the kids. But now the kids maybe want to grow up, or they maybe want to play like Fortnite and Minecraft and all these things on one device. And I mean, sure, you can play it on the Switch, but it's not that good. Actually, I'm going to assume that all those games are on the Switch. But, you know, you get a high fidelity on the different devices, and people are not going to spend $800 on, what was the Rogue Ally X or something? The new one that's supposed to be more powerful? I was like, $800, really? That's what? Yeah, no. Not even I will spend $800. If the Xbox handheld is $800, hell to the no. Not gonna do it. Never be put in this juncture. Not gonna do it. That's crazy. That's low. That's insane. But we'll see. That's kind of the thing with all these speculatories. But besides the handheld thing, which would be a nice little surprise, I think, the cool thing would be the games. I mean, look, Sony blew it. They have been putting out bad presentations. Let's just say that. They've put out bad presentations for the last 3 years. Who said it? Somebody said it 2021 was the last good one that they had, where they showed I don't even remember what they showed in that presentation. Doesn't matter. And yeah, and it's bad when your own fan base is screaming at you. It's like, no, MBG is having a heart attack over there. He's crying. Was he crying? He cried in one clip. I was like, I don't know, why is he crying? Like, why? Like, I mean, look, we all enjoy video games, but to get your feelings in like that, I don't know, man. There's so many other hobbies out there to get all in. It would be sad if video games went away, but obviously they're not going to go away. Even if they go away in the US, there's a whole world of video games. Even if they go away tomorrow, I got me a little Mamie box, and I can play all these old games, and that would be enough to satiate that nostalgia kick. It would suck, let's be real, because new games are fun, but it's not the end of the world. And there's other avenues of creative I was gonna say output, but you would have to be a creator to do that. And I make stuff, but not everybody does. And some people just have to absorb the media. And so, maybe they'll move to movies or anime or something. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Sony's kind of got the kibosh on the anime stuff too, because they're like draconian with that stuff. Monopoly, anyway. But yeah, Showcase is coming up. My brain is kind of blank. It usually is blank, but it's blank in the fact, in the respect that it has. I mean, I don't have any expectations basically. So I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna show? And I've heard a bunch of people say a bunch of things, and I'm like, maybe. And some of the stuff, I forgot about that. So my mind, I'm like, clink. I'm just clear it out. Let's just watch it and see what's up. I'm interested in the Call of Duty stuff because I'm not usually into Call of Duty, but I always kind of play the campaign when I can. And so once like those games hit Game Pass, I definitely want to go into Infinite Warfare, because I always thought that was like a super cool one with the future stuff and Jon Snow and stuff. And the last one I played was Advanced Warfare with Kevin Spacey, and hopefully he dies at the end where I shoot him in the face or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I haven't played that many of those. And that's what I would do. I would just go through all the campaigns. I don't really play the multiplayer. I tried Warzone a couple times. I was like, it's an open world. It's one of those. And it wasn't super crazy great or, fabulous or anything, but it wasn't horrible either. So whatever, we'll see. But I'm definitely interested in what Phil has to say. Look, there's so many people out here that are disrespecting Xbox and they're disrespecting Phil Spencer. And I'm not going to say it's crazy, but it's a little out of hand. And I'm like, y'all, look, I grew up and my pops was a cop. So he kept me in line in a way that a father that is a police officer could only. He was strict. Both my parents were strict. And they instilled in me to have a certain amount of respect for people. Depending. If someone disrespects you first, then you know what? He also taught me an eye for an eye. If somebody tries to hit you first, or if they do hit you first, well, let's go. It's time to go. It's go time. So I kind of try to go through life like that. Try not to get hit, though. That's the first rule. Try not to get hit. Just duck. Anyway, so what he has to say. Okay, first of all, what he has to say is important, but also there is only a limit to what he can say, and he has rules that certain things he cannot say. Lawyers are like, and so I understand that. So he's gonna, Ryan McCaffrey's gonna ask the stupid, hard questions or whatever, and Phil's gonna have the answers and whatever. It's fine. I like Phil more than most kind of CEOs in that role, because he is more than just a CEO. He is from programming. He is a gamer. So he's not just speaking like a CEO, although he is, but he's also knows he's a gamer too. So he can't just ignore the gamer side of himself while he's speaking. He has to kind of take all that stuff into consideration while also adhering to his role as overlord of Microsoft Gaming, or whatever his actual title is. I don't actually remember. I think it's CEO of Microsoft Gaming or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But he is definitely he's in a spot where the fanboys and the donkey unicorns and the ponies are always going to take whatever he says, and they're going to twist it, and they're going to brutalize it, and just make it something that it's not. And it's I mean, the disrespect it's not so much that, because that's what they do, because they just hate Xbox and they want to put Xbox down in the dirt. But it's a little more than that. And it does get a little sickening, but at the same time, I'm looking at all these clowns out there, and I'm at a point where I'm like, should I say something to them? Should I go on the offensive? But I mean, why? They haven't attacked me or anything, right? But it's just about principle. It's about, why would you do that? You know, what purpose does it serve you or your fan base or community to say certain things, you know? And so, I don't know, man. It's just weird when I think about that stuff. When I think about the console war stuff. Sorry for my brain is a little. I started a keto diet. So my brain's like, "Where's the sugar?" And I'm like, "I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. You better suck it out of the air or something. It's not here." Anyway, but yeah, that. And I mean, there's other little stories, news stories about Nintendo and stuff. And I'm like, whatever. I mean, you know, Nintendo's on Nintendo time. Sony is on blah blah time. I mean, I guess the only other thing was, I guess it was Dreamcast guy. He was like, oh, if Microsoft doesn't hit it out of the park, 100 out of 100, perfect showcase, then they're done for or whatever. I'm like, really? Now apply that same logic to what you just saw PlayStation do, that state of play, that state of piss, as Sean says. The piss of play. Yeah, no, you can't. You know, the state of play, I mean, I thought that they were being harsh. Like, oh, it's a 3 out of 10. It was a 1 out of 10, but Astrobot gave extra 2 points. I'm like, wow, that's really? And I thought about it, and I was like, if you think about it from a pony and or donkey unicorn perspective, is exactly right, because they didn't show the games that Sony has trained them to expect. That's the whole problem with what Sony is going through right now, is that Sony set this up for themselves. They set up a scenario and an environment where their fans expect The Last of Us 2 every time. They expect God of War 2018 every time. And they haven't got that since The Last of Us 2. And they canceled the 2 multiplayer games that would have possibly satiated some of those fans. And they put out Concord, and they're like, what the hell is this? Yo, Concord is getting so massacred that it's just ridiculous. It's really bad. And it's hilarious. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry, this is really a goofy video, but it's just the hype leading up to the showcase. Let me know in the comments below what you think your favorite kind of hype moment is coming up. You know, speculatory, of course. What do you think Phil's going to say? What questions you think McCaffrey's going to ask? You know he's going to ask about the layups and stuff, but whatever. Especially about Tango. And what is, like, as far as like what has been kind of rumored, what is your most possibly hyped thing coming up? I'm going to say the handheld. Outside of games, I'm going to say the handheld. If they don't do it now, they're going to do it at the Game Awards, so we'll see. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Till the way time.